We're at Crystal Reservoir right here, right next to beautiful Pikes Peak, which you'll see in a minute. And what we're going to show you today is the easiest way to catch a trout. I say that because a lot of people don't realize how easy it actually is to catch a trout, and I'm going to show you in a minute. But first, I just figured I'd give you a little heads up on what we're doing as far as trying to help the cause. There is a emergency fish salvage notice here, and it's been publicized that they're going to be draining this reservoir that's got a lot of trout in it. So the trout are not going to make it. So they're actually encouraging people to come here and catch dinner. So, you know, that's what we're doing. That's our channel. So we don't have to feel guilty about taking a trout out of a pristine area that, you know, that's a fragile ecosystem that you don't want to put stress on them. But here, they actually encourage it. So that's why it's perfect time to really show you how effective this is, because there's no limit. They actually want people to take trout out, so we're gonna aim, you know, usually the limit is 4 per person. If we go 12, you know, we're happy. If we can help the cause, get 12 nice trout and cook them up, it's gonna be awesome. Just got here. There's a brown trout. I mean, I saw the fish, put the worm, I just casted an extra good 10 feet past it so I didn't spook it, and then slowly retrieve with my worm at the bottom, go within 5 feet of it as soon as he saw it, and I was just sliding it. I didn't want to, again, make it look unnatural and lift it up and all that. Came right in. And then we're talking literally first cast. So sight fishing for trout along the edges when the water's clear like that, I mean, you can't beat it. A lot of times you're just gonna see a little cloud. I'm just gonna kill it so it doesn't suffer. Done. Yeah, that's a nice brown and nice colors. So it's that easy. If you want to catch fish, let's say you're in the wilderness, you don't have a pole, you don't even need a pole, you just need a line and a hook. I mean, that's it, and you got dinner. So let's do it again. I mean, we're gonna have some fun here because right now the water is clear enough, and that's what we're gonna go for. Either I'm gonna see the fish, or I'm gonna see when they, let's say they get spooked. If they get spooked, they're gonna skedaddle. When they leave, they always disturb the ground because they stay to the bottom. And I'm gonna cast my worm, and then I'm gonna hang back about 20-30 yards and just wait. The fish will come back. Now, if you keep spooking it over and over again, it might not. But if you just spook it once, it's feeding there, it's coming right back. And then it won't be long, we'll be catching them. So let's do that. But hey, this is great because I had a great vantage point here from this rock. That quick, we're talking like, how long was my line in, Allison? 5 seconds before you saw it take off? I mean, yeah. Now this is a good point. I'm just gonna, because I might not be able to see all the fish. The wind's blowing this way, they can't see me so much. So I'm just gonna put it there. It doesn't have to go far. And at the same time, I'll look. And all I'm looking for is for my line to just start moving. Then I'm gonna give it time, because here we're not catch and releasing, we're catch and cooking. So they most probably will swallow the hook, and that's the goal. That's what guarantees me a fish. If I just let them keep going with it, they will actually swallow it, and then I just reel them in, kill them quick. And the quickest way of catching a fish, of a trout, especially this way. Now, a lot of people know trouts will bite on worms, but usually more in brooks, you know, for brook trout. I mean, I grew up doing it. Now, coming out to the lakes, high alpine areas, most people just use all kinds of things. Rooster tail, you name it. I mean, the list is long. And a lot of people will not realize how effective just seeing the fish, casting a worm like that. And I mean, yeah. Now, again, I'm not saying it's as fun as seeing them come top water, grab one of those spinning lures, but we're just trying to be efficient here, trying to help the cause. See, there's a fish on already. See my line is taken off. Yeah, see my line? My line is gone. So now I don't want to put any resistance. So I have slack here. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to count in a good 10 seconds. Once my line goes like that, the fish will just feel comfortable, swallow it, and then I'll pull it back. And you know, we weren't here. My line was in there less than a minute. So should be good now. It's going to feel a little bit. Give it a little weight. Yeah, I got the fish on. Little tug. Ooh, big fish on. That's a fighter. So again, people will use power bait. It works too. But I like something natural because you can't go wrong with a worm that's wiggling, you know. Again, not the biggest one, but you know what? These fish aren't gonna make it. So number 2, no time flat. I mean, we were just on top of that rock, you know, a couple minutes ago, and I looked down, I could see one casted here. It just made sense, you know, just this point right here would be a good spot. I just casted, you know, 15 feet from the edge, and here we go. That's a brown too. So number 2, and it's that easy. I mean, when I say it's the best and the easiest, I mean it. Little worm, you don't even need the split shot. It just helps if you want to cast like I did a little further. And then just a nice worm. See, this one is a little mangled now, so you do need some lively worms to really increase your odds. So I'm just going to replace it. We got plenty of worms, so and they're cheap. So this, and we'll keep if need later. But hey, number 2, just like that. Booyah! Yeah, just like that. Okay. Hide the hook. This thing is wiggling, moving, releasing some sand. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now, I don't want to wrestle it too much, but this is a bigger fish. Oh yeah. We'll let it tire out a little bit. Oh boy, it's a Laker. Now, is it brown? Brown. Nice brown. So far, we've got 3 browns in this area. For a second there. Oh, yeah. Nice fish. Nice fish. Too easy. I mean, we've been fishing really just for 5 minutes. We got 3 fish. Look at this fish. Ooh. Yeah. Nice hook set on the side there. And yeah, this is our better one so far. It's gonna be a tasty one. And imagine that, no limit, and this fish would have made it. I mean, they're gonna lower it really soon. Let me just show you how beautiful. This is a nice brown.
Oh,
you got her. You got her.
Baby.
She got it. That was the quickest ever.
Oh,
just
baby.
Don't wrestle it. But yeah, on. Fish on.
It is on.
Yeah.
On.
Yeah. Just again, don't break the line. You could put a little drag on it, just in case, because once they get close, sometimes they start to get a little agitated. So you don't want it to yank on your line, and it's right there, Allison. Nice fish. Just yeah, once it starts to come in, just keep coming. Oh, it's a nice rainbow. Nice rainbow. Whoo-wee!
Got her.
Wow.
Nice.
Look at that color. Unbelievable. That's a nice little fat rainbow. So here we go. Show your fish.
Nice rainbow trout.
Oh yeah. The fish are pretty close to the edge, so we're just backing out just so that they don't see us. Otherwise, if you stay close to the edge, guess what? They'll see you and they won't bite. So Allison's just giving a little slack so she can back out, and we'll let it sit. That's what she just did and caught one. So seems to be working.
Fish on.
Didn't take long.
I just threw this one in and this guy just bit.
There it is.
It was real close to the edge. Another rainbow.
Oh yeah. Good going.
Nice rainbow.
Yeah, nice rainbow. So a second ago the wind stopped and it was like a mirror, and you could see a string of fish just rising just in front of us. Yeah, gorgeous fish. I mean, this is Gus country. Look at this. It's just, does it get better than that? I mean, we've been pounding them. We were just over there on this finger, so that's where earlier we just cut a bunch. We figured, it's hard to fish this edge right here. So it's the same concept, but the other side of this little finger here. So there's a little band. It's always good. So I just cast it, so see what happens. But it's working. I mean, I just saw a fish took off, but again, I mean, they're all over in here. We've seen them rise. So what I do, I wiggle it at the bottom. I'll just drag my worm. You know, nothing wrong with letting it sit, but if you don't get any action, just slide it a little bit. Now, nothing too crazy, so it looks more natural. And this time of year, I mean, yeah, the trout like to be shallow. That's why these shallower fingers like that is great, because the water's a little warmer. All the food is, you know, there's gonna be more life in here. I mean, that's the whole idea. Especially with lake trout, they're known to be in the deep in the summer, and in the spring and the fall, they do. They do. I got a fish. They do come in the shallower water, so that's a great time. You don't even need a boat. Usually, you have to go deeper to catch lake trout. So I'm just gonna let it swallow because that's definitely feisty. Just gonna give it a little slack. I like to wait a few seconds, you know, 15, 20 seconds when I know most probably it swallowed it, so I don't put any stress on it. I just give it loose, because again, we're gonna keep these fish. We're not gonna release them. So this is the way to do it. It's almost a guaranteed fish. Once it starts to take it, it'll definitely swallow it. If it's swallowed, I mean, you don't have to set the hook really. You just start reeling, because you know, once it goes in their stomach and you just give it a little tug, I mean, that's game over. They're coming over for dinner, I promise you that. So let me see what we got here. All right, that's a solid fish. Just a little tug. Yeah, that's a little bit bigger. I wonder what it is. We've caught some, there's brook trout in here. There's obviously rainbows and browns that we got. I mean, it's definitely solid. Here it is. No way. It's a laker.
A lake trout?
Yeah.
You got yourself a lake trout?
Sure did.
Stefan has not ever caught a lake trout before. He's been wanting to catch a lake trout so bad.
Hey.
And here it is, first lake trout.
This is
in
not
Colorado.
a reservoir loaded with them, but they did say that there were some, and obviously here's the proof.
Yeah.
So now those are good eating. The big ones you want to release, you know, like the big ones. But this is gonna be awesome.
Let's see him.
I mean, it swallowed it solid.
Yeah.
Just like I showed you here.
Can I see the fish?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is a gorgeous fish. First lake trout. Again, I never had a boat, never went really fishing for them. But here in Colorado, they call them Mackinaws. So let me just get the, I mean, it's getting tangled here, but it's a nice Mackinaw.
There we go.
And not a monster, but it's gonna be a good eater. And I've been really, that's one fish that was on my list. And I mean, I wasn't really that hopeful today because there's mainly browns and rainbows in here. But there's a couple more reservoir that they're not going to be draining that are known for very good lake trout. So just a couple over the Catamount Reservoir.
All right, we just stopped to take a few pictures and Stefan saw his line go. So he's just reeling a fish in. Let's see what we got here.
Rainbow.
Another rainbow. That's number 7?
Yeah, number 7. Lucky 7. Right here. And now some people might say, oh, that's too easy. But you know what? Sometimes you just want to catch dinner. And this way is definitely not good for catch and release, because a lot of times they will, you know, swallow that bait so hard, you know, the worm, they just love them so much they'll swallow it. Once you got them, you have to cut your line, and they may or may not survive, because once you fought them, you kind of pulled on their stomach, and they're very sensitive to that. But that's why for this situation, it works great. If you're trying to catch dinner, just catch your limit. This is the way to do it. Just a nice little worm. Ah!
I might have a fish. I just felt a couple tongues. I gave it some loose. It's been a little while, so I'm going to see if it ate it. If it's still on.
I just caught that other rainbow. Allison.
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
Okay, well, reel it in.
I think it's still on.
You got it.
I think I got it.
There you go. Good going. Just don't horse it too much. But
Here it comes.
yeah.
Nice one.
Oh yeah, it's a laker.
Trout.
Lake trout.
My first lake trout ever.
Allison, this is awesome.
I'm so excited.
We both got our first lake trout, about the same size actually.
First lake trout.
Look at this beautiful fish. There we go. Nice rainbow. I mean, can't beat it. You just had some people come by, they said they weren't catching anything. Told them just using worms. I mean.
So I just did a little bit of a different technique. Stefan said it was deeper, so I dangled the worm. Like I brought it up and I brought it like halfway to where I thought it, instead of sitting it on the ground, I dangled it and within seconds I got a bite. I think I have it. I'm gonna pull it in right now. Yep, here it comes.
Oh yeah,
I got
careful.
Another rainbow.
Another rainbow, be careful, be careful. Nice rainbow.
Stefan's got a fish on.
Same area. I mean, I'm just bouncing off the bottom, and a few seconds, boom. Oh, give it just a few more seconds.
Yeah, he's giving it some time, letting it take it.
Feels like a rainbow.
Yeah, looks like he's got a good set. Another one coming out of the water. Booyah.
Yeah, rainbow. See, rainbows are very prone to coming out and jumping. So when I feel my line come straight up like that from the bottom, I kind of already guess that it's a rainbow just because they're that kind of fish. This one, very interesting. Now, it doesn't have a lot of spots, you know?
Huh.
Not a lot of spots. It's kind of a, yeah, see, right there. I just put a new worm, and I can't stress it enough. If my worm is not like working for me and really twisting and doing all that, I just change it. Oh, Allison, you got a fish on.
I got a fish. Okay.
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 Put it down.
Hold on.
I mean, most probably you do. I saw your tip just move backwards unless you bounced it. So I'm just taking this fish off, and I see her pole start wiggling there.
Let's see. Let me just see if I have one. Oh, yes, I do.
All right, give it. Oh, she got it. She got it. Just don't wrestle it too much.
Rainbow.
Another rainbow. Oh yeah. Don't do that over the water, because if it comes undone, guess what? You're out of fish. Well, congratulations. I mean, that's 2 in a minute.
Yeah.
So let's keep at it.
Beautiful colors.
Oh yeah.
Real nice.
Yeah. As you can see, what a day. It basically proves how effective this simple setup is. I mean, this one, just a little, we call them red trout worms. So if I let it wiggle here, which you should be able to see, I don't know if you can see how much it moves, but it's moving a ton. And if my worm is not doing that, I'm not using it. I keep changing it. A little split shot if need be to cast a little further. That's all you need to catch some beautiful trout. Hey, thanks for joining us on Catching Dinner. Today was just a good example how you can keep it simple. I mean, just a simple little trout worm on a number 8 hook. Cast it out, let it sit at the bottom where the trout are, as we showed you, and you're gonna catch fish. I mean, this is definitely a proof of it. And we got browns, rainbows, and even lake trout, which is pretty awesome. And we caught more than one dinner, obviously, but we're gonna freeze some of this. And these fish had to come out, so, you know, had to be done. So we had a great time. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely click like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more of our adventures. A lot more coming, I promise. And you know, it's all about having fun outdoors, and that's what we're trying to portray here. And if you can get a meal out of it, especially some of the best, you know, I mean, everybody's after wild fish nowadays, and these were definitely wild. At the base of Pike's Peak, can't beat it. Till next time, ah! excited.
This is lake trout?
Yes.
This is the lake trout.
Never had lake trout before. So, I know the big ones people don't keep because they say, I mean, yeah, it's just not wise. Might have toxins. They get pretty fatty. But little guy like that, 14-incher, very good. Very good. Tastes different than some of the other trout I've had. It's a little firmer. I mean, interesting. So, yeah, phenomenal. Let me see if I take another piece just to triple check here. Wow. Amazing. Definitely will want to catch some of these fish again. Unbelievable. I mean, just melts in your mouth. The way Allison baked it, it just kind of kept all the juices in there. Just unbelievable, really. It's been around for a while, so it wasn't quite red, but to me it was definitely pinkish. So usually that adds a little flavor because it's been eating the natural forage there. And
Delicious.
that's it. I mean, that's basically the wrap up. It's nice to go out, come back home, and have some of this delicious fish. I mean, can't beat it.
Nothing better than catching your own dinner.
Yeah, catching dinner. You gotta love it. So, until next time, you guys take care. Hopefully you get to try this recipe. Very simple, but amazing. Especially with some of those herbs. And yeah, we're out. Till next time, it's always an adventure. And always a good dinner. So, it's a good combination. Adventure and dinner. I love it.